Yes, sir.
You've really made medical freedom a priority in your administration. Would you be willing to talk to Byron Donalds about keeping Dr. Latipo and making sure that medical freedom continues to be a priority in the next administration?
Well, ultimately, each governor has to make those judgments about what they want. One, you'd have to ask Joe whether he wants to remain Surgeon General after January. And I haven't asked him that question, but I don't know that he said no to that. But ultimately, governor candidate, and then if you get elected, you've got to make sure that you're getting people that are going to make good on your campaign promises. Now, go back to 2018, November, December leading in, Department of Health was not as high as it was since COVID, right? Because I answered how many questions in 2018? Voters coming up to me, reporters, all these things. I didn't always answer them well. I tried, but we did what we could. And we got across the finish line. No one ever asked me about what would you do if there was a pandemic? No one asked me about some of the things, the coercive, because I don't think people were even conceiving that we could go down this road. And so I think the lesson is we understand that we went off the rails there, and having a Surgeon General and someone running the Department of Health that is going to be able, to be very strong on evidence-based medicine, of course, but have that within the context that we're free individuals. And we're free to choose, the treatments and things that we want to do, and to make it to where consent is really the backbone. And I know Joe has done that. So if he's interested in doing that, I think he should reach out to Joe, have the conversation. If Joe is not willing to stay, there aren't as many people of his ilk as I'd hope, but I mean there are some maybe, and maybe they can do that. So, but I think he's done a really good job. I think every time we would roll out something during COVID, I mean the howls of protests were just like deafening. And then 6 to 9 months later, people kind of, you were right? I mean, kids, we shouldn't be putting masks on kids for 8 hours a day in first, second grade. I mean, any of them but that. And oh my gosh, and I remember when I did the executive order, so the legislature would not limit school districts directly, but they did the Parents' Bill of Rights. And so I used that authority to say, no, you can't force a parent's kid to mask. That's not the school district's job. That's the parent's job to determine. Now, there were some parents that really believed that that was helping their kids. I didn't believe that at all, but I also respected their opinion to be different than me. But you shouldn't be force masking. I mean, no way, right? And so we did it howls, unbelievable howls. Now, people don't want to admit, the force maskers do not want to admit, they will try to change the subject. Because I think people realize, that was wrong. When we did the monoclonals, people were attacking us. I have people to this day will come up to me and say, my uncle got it, I got it, my mom got it, whatever, thank you, because it was not looking good, and we delivered the monoclonals. You look at some of the things that we did. Oh, they wanted to do vaccine passports. We banned that in Florida for both public and private, because think about it. They roll out an mRNA shot pretty quickly. And if you don't want to do that, you're going to have your freedom of movement curtailed. Unacceptable. And so we did. Oh, he doesn't want. And then now people will not admit they were for it. There were a lot of people for vaccine passports in 2021. Biden was for it. And then he got cold feet because he knew it would be unpopular. So these are just things that I think Joe was proven right. We were proven right. And it kind of goes back to Gary's initial question where I was talking about the sea change. Anytime I'll have somebody criticize, like, oh, Florida, you should. Okay, listen, if Florida wasn't safe, how come even the lockdown governors and mayors were coming here to vacation and to party and to do all that? Pritzker, AOC, they were all down here, right? So when millions of people come, if it was not a safe environment, it would be the opposite. So we saw that in real time. So I think Joe's been a great asset to the team, and I know he's worked very closely with the First Lady on the cancer stuff. He's done a good job. Yes.
Bringing it back to